I can't think. What am I supposed to?
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Come on in. Y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm going live or dropping a new video. Tonight we're going to be talking about episode 4 of SWV and Escape Queens of R&B. I always be about to say R&B Divas. Y'all remember that show? R&B Divas. I used to like that show too. But anyway, we're going to be talking about that, and I'm going to hit on even Marcille um, getting divorced, filing for divorce after 4 years of marriage. We got to talk about that. That was news to me. I was like, oh my God, my little heart dropped. You know, I love me some Eve. I'm like, what's going on? We was all at the wedding and everything. And you filing for divorce after 4 years? Come on now. I got underwear older than that. But anywho, let's start. So we're gonna start on episode 4. It was titled Top Billing. So I thought since episode 3 ended with Escape and SWV talking about who's gonna be headliner or were they gonna co-headline, they were still in that meeting. You know, they had got upset about that. SWV got upset, thinking that Escape was disrespecting them. But so I'm thinking episode 4 was gonna go finish that, but it didn't. It started out with Taj and Coco at the gym talking and working out together. And they was just talking about how they came a long way as far as getting along and everything, because they were just saying that Coco was something else, allegedly. Everything I say is alleged. If I don't say it, let me say it now. Everything I say is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So, but anyway, they was just talking about their meeting that they had with Escape and how they felt um, Escape was trying to treat them as far as talking about the building and talking about who's gonna headline or co-headline. So pretty much Taj and both Coco agree that they're not doing anything unless they co-headline. So they don't even want to do the show if they're not going to be co-headline because they just feel like it's only fair. And of course, Coco threw a little shade because she was just saying how they work with Salt and Pepper, they work with In Vogue, they work with TLC, they work with a lot of groups, and they've never had that situation before. And she was just like, with they quote unquote 7 million records, shade. But anyway, I thought that was a little funny. I was like, Coco, she don't mind shading you. So then the episode transitioned into Lily being at home working on her audio book. And the manager came over. So, Lily being in her true Lily fashion, she just down to earth. She just gonna be Lily. She done gave this man a she told him she don't like washing dishes. She done gave this man a red solo cup.
I don't like washing dishes, so
That's all right.
you don't mind drinking
As
out
long
of
as the cup doesn't have a hole in it.
With some faucet water. Come on now, Lily. You could have gave the man some bottled water or something. God, dog. Like, really? Some faucet water?
Yeah,
I don't even drink faucet water. Like, faucet water it ain't even good no more these days, right? But anyway, everybody have bottled water, I would think. But she done gave that man some faucet water in a red solo cup. Listen. But anyway, she was talking to him about her audio book, and she was just saying um how hard it is, to write a book. And, since it's kind of quote unquote about sex, she was just saying people would think it'd be easier, but it's not. But she called, let me see, the title of her book is The Many Faces of Sister Hot Pussy. I don't know if I can even say that word, but that's the title of her book. And she was talking to him about it, and she read him a little clip of it, and he liked it or whatever. So they sat out and they talked about them doing a concert with Escape, and he was just saying, they were both saying that they, even if it was free, they should just do it because pretty much they doing it for the culture. It's something that's never been done before, and she was just like, she just blown away at the fact that, they were talking about who was going to headline or co-headline, because she said that was all news to her, because she thinking, they were going into it co-headline, and then it was just going to be a show for the fans, celebrating that 30 years of music, 30 years being in R&B and a group. And she just thinking, it should have been easier than that. She was just frustrated with that. So this episode was just, it's just okay. It wasn't popping like episodes 1 through 3, but it was just okay. So hopefully episodes 5 and 6 be better. But then, the next scene, Tamika met up with Taj at a restaurant. They're still in Atlanta, and they were talking about the creative side of the show. They just gonna go. They hadn't decided who's gonna headline or co-headline yet, but they were just gonna decide to go ahead and start making plans just in case, because the show was supposed to be like in 4 weeks. So at this point, it was like at 3 weeks. So they just like they need to start doing something if they case they do decide on doing the show. So Tamika was getting ideas, asking her about her other group members, what they like to wear.
And Candy, they love like booty shorts. I like to look like a retired stripper.
What the hell does a retired stripper look like?
And just throwing out ideas about how the show should go. So, and then Tamika was saying that she stepped into that role of being a creative, whereas Tasha, her sister, and Candy used to play that role as far as being a creative, and Tiny, she did the fashion for the group. So she wanted to step up because she's saying she's taking it into her own hands because she want to be heard now. So she getting out the background and coming into the forefront and start putting out her ideas. Which Candy was talking about that on her speak on it the other night too, and she was just saying how she proud of her she is to step up to the plate and start doing more and being more active and putting out her ideas as well.
I don't think that should be an issue.
Because she said she felt like she always, I guess, stood behind Tasha or in Tasha's shadow or either went along with whatever Tasha wanted to do. But anyway, so now she finally stepping into her own. Then they all met up, both of the groups, SWV and Escape, had a meeting. Lord, Taj was in charge of the food. We know not to let Taj. They had like it wasn't even a charcuterie board or nothing. She had a little plate with like 3, 4 slices of ham on it and a bottle of champagne. Mm-mm. That was just I don't know. They just Taj cool and down to earth too. I'm just like really. Come on now, I could have did better than that. But anyway, so they all met up and to talk about the show. So Tamika came in with Escape's creative director, which named Steve, and so she came in and talked about that. So they went in and just started talking about. Of course, they greeted one another, and it didn't seem like any animosity or any bad energy or anything up until Tasha came in the room. So Tasha been like that for the first 3 episodes too. So what's gonna change this episode? I don't know. This was to be expected at this point. So Tamika came in with Steve and she sat down and they started talking about the creative part of the show, how they want the show to go. And so Coco was like, hold on, what we gonna do? Y'all gonna headline, we gonna headline, co-headline, have y'all decided? So they all sitting up there, looking at Candy, I guess because Candy was the one who brought it up in a previous meeting.
The part that I thought was weird, Tasha hadn't even spoke to us. She hadn't even talked to us.
So here comes Tasha. She said nothing in no meeting, none of the previous episodes. Here she go. Oh, we just gonna co-headline. We gonna co-headline. That's what we gonna do.
And then she up here like speaking for the group, like, yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna do co-headline. That's
like she just coming in and say today to solve the problem. Like, girl, whatever. But anywho, So they started talking about the creative, and Tamika would start telling them her vision and whatever. Tasha sitting up there looking like a sourpuss, like she didn't like the fact that Tamika was doing it. But she hadn't been a part of anything. She don't give any answers. Every time somebody asks her something, she hadn't thought about it. She'll pray about it. She'll let you know. Like, girl, come on now. You don't need to take all that. Oh, then, they went to the little green screen and Tasha was sitting up there talking about how she used to be over the creative and that Tamika was even hardly in the studio, so now she want to take up the creative, to take up being a creative. Like, come on now, let your sister be great. I mean, you ain't even being involved in nothing, so why you got something to say anyway? Anytime anybody asks you something, whether it's one of your group members or SWV, you don't know. But anyway, so then after Tamika go over her ideas, she give out assignments for everybody. So Tiny and Lily, they were over the fashions, the song list and everything. The song order was Candy, Tasha, and Coco, and she was gonna be doing the creative side, like how the show was gonna go, like they're gonna bring in like dancers and things like that. So she was gonna be that do that part. So they meet up at Candy Studio with Coco. Coco brought her son Jalen, and then Tasha came. And so, before Tasha came, it was good energy. Coco and Candy was going back and forth talking about the song order, how things should go, how they should come in. And then here comes Sourpuss coming in looking crazy. So she just sitting there shaking her head. So Candy was like, "Well, we normally do this, did do this song. This another song we really don't do that much. So what you think?" She gonna turn around. Tasha was like, "I really had thought about it."
Because I'm like, here she go again.
So Coco asked her a question, and she was just like, "I don't know." So I haven't put much thought into it. So Coco was like, "What you been putting much thought into? What you been doing?" And she was just like, "I've been busy." "You been busy?" These girls trying to plan a whole show with Escape with y'all in SWV, and you talking about some you been busy. And mind you, y'all, she still hadn't told them that she signed that she got a gospel deal yet. So I mean, just go on and tell the people. Go on and let the people know that you got a deal and you don't want to be a part of it anymore instead of stringing them along. That's so frustrating. I could not be a part of the group because I would have been voted her out. Can't say they on a voting system. That's how they do in that group. So it's three against one. She would have been voted out and not to return because that don't make sense. Like, come on, we grown. And then you out here talking about some you gonna do a gospel album and you acting like that. Ain't nothing Jesus, Christian, holy about that. Like the attitude sucks, like for real. But they better than me. I'm just sitting up there. They looking, Coco looking like, this is very uncomfortable. I feel like the tension in the room between her and Candy is just really too thick. She's like, I feel like I'm in somebody's bedroom that I'm supposed to be in there. Like, I don't even understand why Tasha even came. Like, why Sway? Why you came? Why you there? Well, you know you don't want to be there. So anyway, then the next scene, Tamika and Taj meet up again with the creative director Steve, and they talk about the show. They meet up at a church, and Steve had a background up. It was showing them how things could go. Tamika, Lord, Tamika want real horses to come in there, and he was just like, "No, you cannot have horses in these people's stadium." And she was just like, "Why not?" And that budget was going up and up and up. That budget was like at $200,000 by the time Tamika and Taj kept on saying all the things that they wanted um, to happen in the show. So then Candy met up with Don Juan and Blaze, and she just telling Don Juan what's going on with the group and what's going on with them and SWV and just how Tasha been acting. And then she feels like uh, Tasha been acting funny. And he was just like, "Well, why?" And she was just like, "Well, we know she got a gospel deal." And she just feel like Rocky husband, I mean Tasha husband Rocky has been setting her up for a solo deal for years. But now that Tasha back in the limelight with the group, that's when she finally got a deal to go solo. So Candy feel like Tasha used them to set up her solo career. She like, which is fine, but don't be treating them like she Gladys Knight and they the pimps. She said pimps instead of pips. I just wish Tasha just go. I just wish she just go. She don't want to be there. She say she want peace. She say she want to be free. Girl, go ahead and free yourself. In the words of Fantasia, go ahead and free yourself, please. Cause I mean, just watching the show, she's stressing me out. I couldn't deal with nobody like that. I just can't. And then Taj and Coco's son Jalen went shopping. If y'all haven't been watching the show, Jalen is I think Coco's youngest son. He was in school to become a dentist. He decided that he don't want to be a dentist anymore. He want to pursue a music career. And Coco is dead against it. She was just saying how hard it is in the music business. One day you up and the next day you down. And so she was just trying to talk him out of it, saying, you need to go to school. Dentistry, can be at least your backup. You can do both. And he was just saying he didn't want to go back. It's affected his mental health. He didn't want to go back. So when Taj and Coco and them met up at the a boutique, whatever they was doing, they was shopping. So Coco was letting Taj know about Jalen not wanting to go to college. So Taj was telling him how, he need to go, that can be, a backup plan, or he can still pursue music at the same time. Cause she was just like, when we broke up, she's like, we didn't have anything to fall back on. And she was she didn't say it, but of course, Coco, the lead singer of the group. And so she had something to fall back on as far as her career goes, because she started trying to go solo. And so Taj and Lily was just kind of left out there to dry. So, Taj was like, I had to get a job paying me $9 an hour, and of course, that's a big powerful grace being SWV singing Weak and Raindrop, Rain Fall on Me and all those hits that they had to making $9 an hour. And she was just like, you need to don't, just throw it away. She said, at least table the idea. So he was just like, I table it. Then Tamika, Tiny, and Candy, they in the studio rehearsing for their show because they had a show that they was supposed to do before the big show with SWV. They had a concert that they supposed to do. So they all rehearsing and everything. And so Candy was like, "Where's Tasha?" Tamika like, "I don't know." So a little while later, they asked one of the managers, or they asked somebody, where was Tamika, and she came over there and told them Tamika wasn't coming. I mean, Tasha, where's Tasha? She's like, Tasha not coming, and they was like, she not coming, and it was like, no, she'll make it to the show. So she's not even gonna go to the she's not even gonna go to the she's not coming to the rehearsal, or is she gonna go to the sound check? So she just gonna show up to the show. You want to just show up to the show and think you just been a perform, and you ain't came to the rehearsal, you ain't come to sound check. We putting in the work and you think you just gonna show up. Now, sis, you tried it. It would be an epic fail. But what I would do is have her up there looking real crazy. She'll be up there by herself. I don't know, like I said, they on the voting system according to Candy. I don't understand why they just want to vote her out. Like, why you keep on allowing her to treat y'all like this? Because this is crazy. You treating them like little redhead stepchildren. I mean, you was just part of this group. Y'all needed Candy and Tiny to even come back to make this big comeback. They following. That's crazy to me. Like, you don't bite the hand that feeds you, because you just never know what could happen, and you'll be right back in that same position where you need escape. But you making it where none of them want you back, even your own sister. But that's crazy to me. But anyway, y'all, let me talk about this $30,000. This alleged $30,000. I was all up in them social media streets last week, and it's still continuing on even up to today. I was watching on this good old YouTube Atlanta Access interview with Escape, because they were going around doing interviews promoting the show. So of course the interviewer asked Tamika about the $30,000. So Tamika broke it down of how they stole the money. But she was just saying it's a group email. that have everybody information on it, even down to their social security numbers. And what did she do? What she say? She said that somebody changed her address because at that time she was living in New York. She said so. Somebody changed her address because she said Tiny Mama, had called her and was like, "Baby, you got your check," because Tiny, I guess, and Candy had already received that check because she signed all four of them up to receive a royalties. And Tamika was like, "What check? I hadn't seen a check." And so they got on the phone to call the person that was like, I don't know if he was over it or what, but they called the person at the company, and he was just telling them, "Yeah, you received the check. You actually see multiple checks, so it was more than one check. It was multiple checks." And he was like, "Yeah, and the checks have been cashed, and the checks was her forged name and Rocky name, which is Tasha's husband, allegedly." So, and she said they used her passport. They forged her signature and everything. So she just broke it down. She said they changed the email address and created a fake email in Tamika Scott's name in order to converse back and forth with the person that was issuing the checks. So after that, I don't know if y'all seen Tasha on her YouTube channel came on there defending herself with
this $30,000 lie. Now keep in mind, I learned it was $30,000 when I watched it with y'all.
Pretty much kind of called Tamika a liar, was saying, well, she lied how she lied on Candy.
And I still ain't heard about no $30,000.
Hell no.
For the record, I did not steal $30,000 from my sister. You know how she do.
But Tamika has since then apologized for lying on Candy. And she said the only reason why she did tell that lie is because of Candy and Tasha beef. She just always stood up for her sister. So she did come out and say all those things about Candy. She said, but she has since then apologized, which she has. And she apologized to her on a show. And she apologized to her at a concert. And so they were past that, but based off of that, Tasha tried to make her out just as being a liar and saying that, it wasn't no $30,000. It had to be some where your $30,000 at? That's what I want to know. She acting like all oblivious to this $30,000. She should have got $30,000 too. And actually, according to Tamika, it's more than $30,000. So after Tasha made her little video, which it was a little funny. It was a little funny. Y'all need to go check it out. But Tamika today came back on there and she was just like, since my sister tried to call me lie, here's the receipts. So she had Mama Diane on there, baby, Tiny Mama, saying that she signed everybody up. She said, yes, when Tamika said that she wasn't getting any checks, yes, she called a man. And the man that they talk about, she said she thinks since passed away. But she said, yes, she called and talked to the man. They all talked to him on three-way. And the man told him, yeah, these are where the checks going. The address was in Georgia. This is the email address. These are the council checks. And Tamika showed the council checks on her site. So go to Tamika Scott's YouTube channel. She posted that earlier today. So it's just a lot of back and forth, And then on Fox Soul, Tasha was doing her interview because she's going around promoting her gospel album. And so they asked her about that, and she was just like, it wasn't they didn't steal the $30,000. That if the $30,000 was that big of a deal, then she'll pay her the $30,000. She just want her sister back. Girl, if you wanted your sister back, you could have been made amends. Like, you owe that girl more than $30,000. Like, the first $100,000 out your check, you need to pay that girl because this is ridiculous. $30,000. That's just probably one check because Tamika said it's multiple checks, and I do believe her. If there are multiple checks, pay that girl the multiple checks. Pay that girl the taxes that she had to pay on that money. Pay that girl for pain and suffering. Pay that girl for blood, sweat, and tears. Just pay that girl. And then, make amends. You could have made amends with your sister. Like, why you even going through all this? And then y'all sending that girl allegedly threatening text messages and emails. This is ridiculous. This has gotten out of hand. Threatening to release a sex tape. How you gonna threaten to release a sex tape on your own sister now?
Allegedly. Let's say allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. But Lord have mercy. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. But I'm gonna be praying for them, because they really do need prayer. I hate to see family members or siblings or going at it like that, but it happens. And this is just crazy. But this is right here is business. And I'm sorry, I could not have been receiving multiple checks and my sister cashing them, and I find out about it. Because she would have been clink clink. She would have been locked up. Now I would have gave her a chance to pay me back, because I wouldn't want her to go to jail. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. But you're not finna get $300. Yeah, $30. All right, 3,030. The devil is a lie. You're gonna have to pay me my coin. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to come up off that, you and your husband. I don't care what y'all have to do. You're gonna have to pay me in full. And then paying taxes on it. That's what I can't get past either. Taxes on $30,000. Come on now. Come on now. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And you can't be out here in these streets talking so you finna be singing gospel and having a gospel album and preaching Jesus, and you got all this animosity and thievery in your heart. Girl, pay your sister. Pay her. Pay her. Please. Because, we tired of hearing about it. We all Team Tamika. You could tell the girl telling the truth. You could tell. And then she just showed receipts today. She done brought out them canceled checks. She done brought them out now. What you got, Tasha? I know you're going to come up with some, because all you got are 5 publicists. Because, baby, you be coming with it. But it's still not believable. Still not believable. And then your husband, he done beat all around the bush on Tasha K channel. Talking about the $30,000. You done admitted, Thomas, to have your signature on check. Boy, is you crazy? Lord, help him. Help him. Help him. And you got bigger fish to fry, because you got people out here in these social media streets talking about they was your side chick and got a baby and everything else. Y'all got a lot of other things going on than be around here owing this girl her money, pay that child her money, and threatening her. But anyway, yeah, that was episode 4. It was a little dry for me. It wasn't really no exciting points to me in that episode. But we have 2 more episodes left, and I'm going to review both of them. I wish it was going to be more. But according to both groups, they don't want to do a second season. It was never supposed to be like a season thing anyway. It's just supposed to be a special, a 6-episode special. But it's a good little show, and I would love to see, them develop into just a big tour. I would like to see that and see where the sisters go from here, as far as, mending their relationship. Also, the daddy did an interview, because you know how the mama then talks about the daddy was left her for high and dry. Baby, that daddy, baby, that Reverend Scott, that Pastor Scott, he went on there and did him an interview too, child. So y'all got to keep up and see what's going on with these Scott family. This whole thing is just got out of hand. It's just crazy to me, especially when just from the outside looking in, just how close they seem to be. But baby Tasha done showed herself. She done showed herself, and it's not in a good light. But prayers for her too, I guess. Everybody needs a little prayer. So let's come on to this breaking news. Because, child, my little jaw dropped last night. I'm just like, wait a minute, what is going on? Ex-Real Housewife of Atlanta star Eva Marcille then filed for divorce from Michael Sterling after 4 years of marriage. And I feel some type of way, because when I be watching these shows, I be feeling like I'm a part of their life, especially with the people that I like, with the ones that I like. Like Eva, she was one of the ones that I like. I've been liking Eva ever since America's Next Top Model. She was my favorite then. So, of course, I love her now. So, in my mind, it's one of my BFFs. And, they showed her wedding on The Real Housewives. So I'm just like, I wanted to guess at the wedding. So now you talking about you to file for divorce? Huh? That's too much on me. That's just way too much on me. I don't know what's going on, but Lord, I just pray them back together, Jesus. I just do. I just really don't know what's going on. But anyway, let me see what she said. She said that this was the hardest. She said they've been living in bona fide state of separation. She said that one of the hardest decisions she ever had to make, but life takes your journey in a direction you were not expecting. That's what she told People magazine of her divorce. And she said their children remain their biggest priority. In the 8.5 years we have spent together will always be cherished. And then here we go, the thing they always say: we ask that you respect our privacy at this time. Girl, your life is public. It's nothing proud about your life. And inquiring minds want to know, and the people want to know. And it's your obligation to let the people know. You done took us through your dating. You done took us through the engagement. You done took us through the marriage. You done took us through the 2 pregnancies. So you're going to have to take us through the divorce too. Like, come on now. You can't just wait till you file for divorce and then all unexpectedly, because we have no clue that y'all was even having problems. I thought things was going well. But you never know what's going on behind closed doors. You just never know. But she said it was irretrievably broken. I'm like, God, dog, what he could have did don't even look like he do nothing. The man, a lawyer, he adopted your child, adopted the oldest child, gave her his last name. I thought everything was on the up and up. I mean, I just don't understand what the man could have done. But child, it's over with, according to her. She is requesting primary physical custody of her children and final decision making authority on a temporary and permanent basis. The kids are 3, 4, and then her oldest child, Marley, is 9. In addition to her custody request, Marcille is also demanding child support payments from Sterling as well as contributions to the children's medical expenses, which I can understand that. But I want to know. I know he's a lawyer. I wonder how much he made compared to how much she made. Cause she acted and she's doing really well in that. What the series, the All the Queen's Men. I think that's the name of it. I think it come on BET Plus. I still haven't watched it yet. It's just too much stuff coming out. I can't watch it all. But I heard it's really good. I'm gonna have to binge watch it one day. But I'm just really sad about this. Like, what did y'all think? Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this SWV and Escape episode 4. And just want to talk about the show, period. Let me know what y'all think about it. And also about Eva Marcille getting a divorce, filing for divorce. Y'all, I'm praying they stay together like for real. Like I love marriage. I love love. I be want people to stay together. I mean, not in an abusive situation, of course, but I mean, if it's workable, like try to work it out. I don't understand why people just give up so easy. There ain't nothing gonna be easy. You got 2 people coming together from different backgrounds, different attitudes, different personalities, different characteristics, trying to come together as one. So it's gonna be hard. Like, at least give it a come on now. Give it a college try. Come on. I mean, 4 years, 4 years, that's not a long time. That's just really dating. 4 years. You should still be in your honeymoon phase in 4 years. Like, give it some time. I know some people that I talk to that's married say they have 5 year or 8 year kind of slump, or maybe a 10 year slump. I don't know because I've never been married. But I mean, I'm not trying to go through all that and then get married to have to get a divorce. And if she say they've been together 8.5 years and they've only married 4, so y'all was dating like 4 years or 4.5 years. So you done dated just about as long as you've been married. So come on now, Eva. Come on, work it out. Come on, you and Mike, work it out. Please. But anyway, I am going to keep watching that story, and any updates, I will let you guys know. Like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, y'all, so y'all can know when I go live and drop a new video. Come on, subscribe and share, because I need my subscribers up. I need my viewers up. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with your girl, Kizzy B. Always remember, y'all, pray with me, don't play with me.